The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
This week's episode of Anything, Everything, and Nothing with Lynn and Kim holds it down with a mini cast. She talks about the passing of the beloved Annie Mae Kennedy and her pneumonia diagnosis. The message is simple. Live life to the fullest and be kind and compassionate all the time. Enjoy the mini cast.
Talk about anything, everything, and nothing. Talk about anything, everything, and nothing. You rockin' with Lynn, you rockin' with Kim. They go back and forth on different topics, they get it in. They talk about anything, everything, and nothing. It's the podcast. Oh wow, what's up?
Hey guys, welcome to episode, I guess this will be 52 and a half, since it's not going to be a full episode, but tonight we're going to do something different. Lynn is not here. She is back in Colombia. And I'm gonna just do a little mini cast myself based on the fact that Lynn and I didn't record last week. Last week was a very interesting week, and I'm sure Lynn will tell you more about it when we return to our full episode this Friday. But last week, Lynn was in Kentucky. She went away on a much needed family vacation for Thanksgiving, and I'm very happy that she had an opportunity to go do that. And while Lynn was in the mountains of Kentucky, I was dealing with a very rough week myself. I had been feeling bad the week prior, started with a earache and then an ear infection, and on Monday we got the news that Roz's oldest sister, Annie Mae Kennedy, passed away. She was not sick, and it was devastating to all of us, especially, Roz and her family and Chantel, and for me, because, I've been a part of their lives for almost 15 years. And so to get that news on Monday was quite shocking. Wasn't feeling well on Monday physically, but that emotional hit to the stomach was not a pleasant one. That probably didn't make no sense what I just said, but you know what I mean. I felt as if I got punched in the stomach is what I'm trying to say. And let me do a sidebar. Excuse my voice. I'm congested, and I'm still not over the illness that I'm about to tell you about. But anyway, I'm still here. That's the thing, on the grind. But anyway, so Monday and Tuesday, we were dealing with that. And Wednesday, I was just feeling awful. Stayed in, tried to do the home remedy thing, lemon tea, zinger, had Theraflu, had what's the other one? Mucinex, and nothing was working. Had the cough drops, So doing the home remedy thing, it wasn't working. So anyway, Thursday morning, Thanksgiving Day, got up, and both Roz and I were just feeling like absolute crap. So we decided to go to urgent care. And lo and behold, I was diagnosed with pneumonia, and Roz was diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection. So this is why, guys, there was no recording last week. Thank goodness I am feeling much better today. Today has been the best day probably out of 9. But, I try not to complain. I am the glass is half full, not half empty. But the reason I came on tonight, guys, is I just wanted to talk about just being the best that you can be every single day, every single minute, every single hour of your lives. The passing of Annie Mae, I mean, it was devastating. The pastor, we laid her to rest this past Saturday, which would have been the 30th. So, but the pastor was talking about how vibrant she was, and she was 70, I want to say 78, just turned 78 back in November, and 78 going on 58, just spry, still driving, still working, just sharp dresser. And a couple of weeks ago, the church family had just gone to see Harriet, and they were making fun because Annie Mae was in there screaming at the oh my God, guys, what am I talking about? The screaming at the screen, telling Harriet to beat the people up and hit them again. And that Sunday, Annie Mae was in service like she always is, and then 17 hours later, she's gone. And that saying that life is too short, like, that's for real, and just to sit here and have to watch Chantel and Roz and the rest of her family have to cope with this unexpected death, it's hard. And that's why I always say, try to give people their flowers while they're here. Don't live with regret. Annie Mae would come by our house, and she would just sit for hours and talk to Roz and Chantel. And so, there are lots of memories to hold on to, but to just be gone in the snap of a finger, that's hard. I've encouraged Roz, and guys, I don't even know. Well, if you listen to the show, that just back in August, Roz buried her older brother. So now her 2 oldest siblings are gone. And just like that, I'm talking about within 90 days, that's a lot. And you just really don't know when, where, or how your time is going to be. So just treat people with kindness. Treat people with compassion. Don't be judgmental. Just be the best that you can be, and love your people. And just because someone's your mother or your cousin or your friend, and it doesn't take anything to be kind and compassionate. But if the person is worthy of and deserving of your love and compassion and kindness, then be that. Let them know that you love them. And it's okay, because when they're gone, listen, you can't do it then. And then you live with that, oh, I wish I would have, or Lord, if I would have known. Well, we don't know. So do it every day. And I know a lot of people remember 3 years ago when my sister Betty died. She was diagnosed with cancer on Friday, and then the following Friday, we were burying her. We're talking about a span of 7 days. And so at that moment, I said, okay, I'm going to have my friends and family list, and I don't mean to exclude anyone, but the people that are very close to me and dear to my heart, not that everybody isn't, but you got your best friends and things like that. So I send weekly text, and it tries to be, my text try to be motivational. I just try to say, hey, have a great week. Know that I love you. And, every week it's a different message. And with this thing with Roz's sister, it lets me know that that's important, because one week, if I don't send it, that might mean that something's wrong. So then, reach out, check up on people, not check out, check up on people, see how they're doing. My agency, Carolina Family Services, I got a email. No, not an email. What do you call it? A Facebook post where they have the 25 days of kindness going on for the month of December. And I'm like, and that's great. And I'm going to participate in that challenge. But you know what, guys? No, let's have every day of kindness. Okay. If you're in a relationship and it's not healthy and it's toxic and diseased, go to counseling, try to make it right. And if you can't, let go in an amicable manner where there won't have to be any hard feelings. And especially if there are children involved. Okay. If you have a family member and y'all have had a falling out and you haven't spoken for days or weeks or months, pick the phone up and call them and make it right. You may not come to common ground or a common understanding, but make it right. Have the conversation. You can agree to disagree, because what's going to happen when you get that call and you say, Lord, I was going to call him tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. We don't know. So make it right. Okay. If you still have your mother, your sister, your aunt, if those people are still living, check on them. Call them, go by. And if it's not your family, do something nice for someone else. Let it be a neighbor. It doesn't matter. Guys, we got to do better as people. We got to do better for our community. It's all about love. And I know that's all sappy, love, 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 but it's for real. I get up every morning and I get this from Tyrone or Brother Kemet. Every time I talk to him, I say, how you doing? I'm doing great. So I've tried to pick up that philosophy. But I tell you, last week with being sick, and nobody knew, guys, that I was sick. Only a few people knew that I was sick, And so I sent out my text this week and I said, last week was a rough week, dealing with illness and death. And then the text, started coming back. And guys, when I send the text, I'm not looking for a response. I'm just trying to let people know that I'm thinking about you. Someone on the other side of town is loving you from afar and wishing you and sending you positive energy. That's what that's about. That's why I do it. And I just lost my thought in the middle of that, because before I said that, I was thinking about something else. But any damn way, y'all know how I do. If Lynn was here, I would probably be able to get it back, because she would have been in tune with me, but she's not. But anyway, guys, this is my mini cast. I just want to encourage everybody to, guys, just be the best person that you can be to yourself. Be the best person that you can be to your family, your friends, and to sometimes strangers. It doesn't even matter. I mean, that's where I'm growing in my life. And I just wanted to encourage everybody else to do the same. It's the holidays, people are going to be into the parties and, Christmas and stuff like that. I kind of prefer to look at it as the holidays, just that season of love and giving and things like that. But take time out for someone else. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know, when someone else might just need a hug. They might just need someone to say, how are you doing? to digress a second, at the funeral Saturday, and guys, listen, when I tell you I went to the funeral sick as a dog, I did. I probably shouldn't have been there, but I had to be there. You know, I had to be there for my family. And so, the pastor was talking about just, being there for other people and living your best life. And whatever that is, it doesn't mean you have to live like Annie Mae lived her life. She was a steward of the Lord. Now, y'all know I'm a straight heathen. So, but to say that she not only walked the walk, she talked the talk. She served her church and she served her God. And so that was her way of giving back. And I'm saying, guys, give unto yourselves, give unto others. And if I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I'm just getting off my antibiotics. I'm just literally getting out of the bed after 7 days of feeling really bad. But I felt it in my heart to just get on the mic tonight and just let everybody know that, you know, I love our listeners. I thank you guys for supporting us. I mean, this whole deaf thing it's just sitting on me, and it's heavy on my heart, you know, and for everybody who listens every week. And if you don't listen every week, just your support means so much to me and Lynn, you know, and we want to continue to do this. And, I think that's pretty much it. I guess Lynn will tell you more about her wonderful experience in Kentucky when we record this week. So, guys, love one another, love yourselves, do something good for yourself, take care of yourself, and help somebody take care of themselves as well. That's really all I got. That's my check-in. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This is my Black folk, blue ain't for you. Stories that make you say, ah. I just want to come on and let everybody know that I love you and keep doing what you do. Be the best version. And if there's anything in this world that I can do for you on a personal level, a professional level, emotional, financial, spiritually, reach out to me. Okay. And let's talk about it. If I can't help you, maybe I know someone who can. And if you know, guys, if you know Roz, you know, send her a text, or send her an email, or drop her a card in the mail to just let her know that you're thinking about her, because it's been rough. Annie Mae was the matriarch of her family, and Annie Mae was the oldest, and Roz is the baby. So that's what we're dealing with, and she took care of her family. So, all right, guys, I'm not going to say happy holidays yet, because we got a couple more podcasts to do before we get into that. But, love you. Thank you. And, again, if I can do anything for anybody, let me know. If you're not Defying Life, then what are you doing? Later.